Okay, so let me ask you something. What if your first home wasn't just a place to live? What if it was the first step into a wealth plan that your kids and your grandkids would benefit from? That's exactly what I'm going to walk you through today. Hey, I'm Fannie Mae West, a mortgage and wealth strategist. And today I want to teach you something I created called the FROG method. It stands for first home, reinvest, equity, own more, grow wealth. Think of it like a frog leaping from one lily pad to the next. Each property is a lily pad, and each leap builds your wealth. Does that make sense? Here's what most people do: they buy a house, they make their payments every month, and then they wait. Maybe in 30 years they own it free and clear. That's always the goal. But when we look at it, that's not a bad thing. But here's the thing: while you're waiting, your equity is just sitting there. It's not working for you, it's not growing your net worth beyond that one property. So let me reframe this for you. Your first home is not your final destination, or your first home shouldn't be your final destination. Does that make sense? It's your launch pad. The equity you build in that first property is your fuel. And the frog method shows you exactly how to use that fuel to leap into your next property and the one after that. Does that make sense? The F stands for first home. This is where it all starts. And I'm not going to just talk about buying a home. I'm going to talk about buying a home with intention. That's the key. When you pick up your first property, you want to think about it as an investment, not as just a roof over your head. Does it build equity? Is it in the area where values are appreciating? Could it eventually become a rental? These are questions wealth buyers ask before they even sign a contract. And this is key, okay? The R stands for reinvest equity. This is where most people stop. They build equity and then they just let it sit there. But the frog method says you take that equity and you put it to work for you. Maybe that's through a HELOC, maybe it's through a cash out refinance, maybe it's through selling and rolling that equity into something bigger. The point is, your equity is a tool. It's not a trophy. It's not just there for you to admire. It should be there to help you build wealth. The O stands for own more. Once you've reinvested that equity to use to acquire that next property, maybe that's a duplex, maybe it's a rental income in another state, maybe it's a property your child is going to live in while they go off to college. My daughter, she's about to go off to college, and that's what we're thinking, right? Wherever she goes, we're going to buy a duplex or some type of investment property so she'll have a place to stay, it'll appreciate, and then we can just continuously build wealth. The point is, you're not stuck on one lily pad anymore once you expand your thinking and your mind. You're leaping, and every leap adds another income stream, another appreciating asset, and another layer of wealth. Does that make sense? The G stands for grow wealth. This is where it all comes together. Not just because now you just don't own one home, you own a portfolio. You have cash flowing, you have properties appreciating, you have equity building in multiple properties at once. That's not just home ownership, that's generational wealth. That's something your family can benefit from long after you're gone. Now, this does not happen overnight. And it's not for everybody at every stage. Some people need to focus on getting the first home solid before they think about leaping. And that's okay. The frog method meets you where you are. If you're on your first lily pad, that's beautiful. Let's make sure that foundation is strong. If you're ready to leap, let's build the plan to do it wisely. That's the key. At the end of the day, this is about options. When you follow the frog method, you create choices for your family. You're not dependent on one paycheck or one property. You've built something that works for you even when you're not working. And that's what I mean when I say mortgage is the vehicle and wealth is the destination. So if this is making you think, you're sitting there saying, okay, Fannie Mae, I want to figure out where I am in the frog method and what does my next leap look like? Let's talk about it. Book a free 15-minute wealth strategy session at book.fanniemaewest.com. I'll look at where you are, what equity you're working with, and we'll map out your next move together. The link is in the description. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, share it with a like-minded, wealth-growing friend or family. Don't keep this information a secret. The frog method is huge to help people, the average person, get started in building their real estate empire. I'll see you on the next one.